Hey everyone, this is Mitch with Scruffy City Aquatics. I wanted to do another quick video for you. As you can see, we have a new tank set up at the house. It is a temporary tank to house some endlers that my daughter ended up bringing home from the East Tennessee Aquatic Association swap. I picked up a new tank for her this weekend, a 20 long, from Pet Supplies Plus on the Petco sale. They will price match that if you did not know. But we picked up that tank, plan on setting it up, but we're not ready for it yet. Got to paint a dresser and stuff like that. Then she went to the meeting with me, and we came home with these endlers. So I had to go ahead and set up my 10-gallon quarantine just to keep them in. We also picked up this plant for her from one of our local stores, and they were so nice. They're always great to her. They gave her these 2 pieces of Malaysian driftwood, and we're looking forward to having them in her betta tank. We're also going to attempt to put these endlers with the betta. These endlers, I believe, are black bar endlers. I'm trying to find out who exactly they came from, but we did have endlers as a spotlight species at our meeting, and I believe these may be a pure line of bar endlers. Not totally sure. I'll provide an update on that when I find out. She also picked up some floating plants at the meeting, some frog bit and some water lettuce. It had been in the bag for a little while, so it's not looking great, but it'll get there. It'll get there. It'll come back. It's a floating plant. They always get there. Anyway, this 10-gallon tank I already had. The small aquarium co-op sponge filter I already had. This ACCOU, I don't remember the name of it. The heater that you see in the background was provided by Amazon as part of the Amazon Vine program, so just full transparency there. Was not provided to me from the manufacturer, but from Amazon, so that I will give an unbiased review for them. Also, you're about to see the light that's on this tank. This is a Haiger light that I had, also through the Vine program, not from Haiger, but from Amazon. And this light has been on the 25-gallon, just kind of trying it out. But it is too long for the 25s. Obviously, what you're about to see here in a moment, too long for the 10-gallon. But I think it'll fit just right on the 20 long. We'll see how it goes. But it is a light we're testing and trying out for review. We might do some more with it later. The co-op sponge filter does have a, it's no longer called the Never Clog Airstone, whatever that airstone's called. But she's really loving these fish. She loves watching them. They are all males. That's why I'm trying to find out if they're pure line. If they're pure line, I don't want to put females that I have in with them. I would like to put in a pure line female. But I do have female endlers that I can put in here if they're not, and she'll still enjoy them. But if they are pure line, somebody's worked hard on that, I'd like to try and keep them pure. But it'll be a great experience for her, raising up the endlers, enjoying the betta fish. The tank, as it, once she gets the 20-gallon and we set it up, there'll be, other things that we'll do and add over time. She'll have some snails, might even put some shrimp over there. But of course, we don't know how that will work out with the betta. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. But yeah, we're enjoying this right now. It's a clean bottom. I've got a lot of different plants kind of floating around in here too, but it's a clear bottom right now. It's more of a quarantine tank than anything. I am testing out the light right here. It's why you saw the flash and the change in the brightness. One thing I like about this light is as you change it, I think it's 9 up and 9 down, or it'll go up. It'll change 9 different strengths. And once you get to the top or the bottom of those strengths, you get the light flashes off to let you know that you've reached maximum or minimum light. That's a nice feature. Here's that light. You can see it's way too big. Well, not way too big, but it is too big for a 10-gallon. Once it's fully extended, I think it will fit the 20-gallon okay. Of course, it won't make it to the full edges, but I plan on doing some things with this tank with her. I'd really like to grow some anubias along the edges, and having those darkened areas I think will be all right. We're going to keep low light plants in here and just create a nice environment for her betta and any other inhabitants that end up in this tank. So this is a project I currently have going on. The sponge filter was already cycled. It was in an existing tank that's been running for a very long time. The crib came in. It was from a tank, so it's got some stuff going on. And then the floating plants probably had lost anything that was on them, but I do in this video add some anacris to the tank, and it's been floating in the 25, so I should have plenty of bacteria for this tank. I haven't tested it yet, but I have no ammonia bubbles going on at the top or anything like that. Probably will test it here in a little bit just to make sure everything's okay. If ammonia is registering at all, I'll go ahead and throw some I was going to say I'll put some Fritz Complete in there to buffer it, but I have to go to the office tomorrow. So if there's ammonia, I'll probably do a water change to try and keep that ammonia down, since I won't be home tomorrow. If I was going to be home, I would just use the Complete and not worry about it and try to keep this tank, cycling. But since I won't be home, I don't think I'll chance it. If there's any ammonia reading, I'll be surprised if there is. That little sponge filter has been running for a very long time. I would imagine it's got a good colony going on. It's probably dying off because there's not enough waste in this tank at the moment. But yeah, it's a little setup that we have going on. It is next to my bed in a spot where I've wanted to put a small tank for a while. My wife was like, "That's temporary, right?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah, it's temporary." But I'm hoping we like it, and maybe it stays. I'll have to get a light for it. But even after I set up her tank, I think I have everything else I will need for it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The 10-gallon may stay here. It may not. It may end up somewhere else. Still hoping to eventually build that rack and have some more tanks in the house. I'd really love to start breeding some Cories. Another new thing coming up soon. Live baby brine. Finally got a live baby brine hatchery coming in the mail. Should be here today, actually. I did not go with the Zis. It just seems too big for me, and I have nowhere to put it. I mean, I have trouble finding a place to put tanks. I definitely don't have the space to put that big blender. I'd love to try it. I'd love to have it, but I just don't have the room for it. So I got something smaller, and I'll do a video on that as I unbox it and set it up for the first time. I plan on doing that today. Plan on getting baby brine going and having it for Wednesday to feed. I'll be home on Wednesday, so I'll be able to collect and feed it as well. And that's going to be like a couple times a week I plan on doing live baby brine. I think that's it. I think that's everything going on at the house, everything going on with my tanks. I'm excited to set up this 20 long that we picked up and to kind of build it out for her and add this wood and do some rocks and stuff. We'll see how things turn out. You guys get to go along with us for that. Here's that anacris after I added it. I saw those endlers kind of going at each other, and I wanted to create some more barriers. I don't have a ton of plants to put in here, and I want to kind of let her choose, but anacris is something I can drop in and just pull out whenever. It also has some algae on it, so that will help, of course, with filtration. I know a lot of people get afraid of algae. I'm not afraid of algae. We can take care of it when it's necessary. But yeah, she loved this Mopani wood. I think it's right, Mopani with a P. We saw it. They had it fairly cheap there, and like I said, they were gracious enough to tell her just to take them, enjoy them, set up the tank, make sure she keeps them up to date with it. They, like I said, they love her there. She's looking at helping out with some stuff there, and it's going to be very cool. And but yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm running out of time, so I hope you all enjoy your tanks.